So I was initially raised in Ukraine. Up until about the age of 2, I lived there. I went in and out the country sometimes, but yeah, I grew up there, and I usually go to Ukraine every summer and live with family there. I've got a bunch of relatives there. I've got grandparents, uncles, godmothers. When I usually go over there, I stay with my grandparents, and my grandpa, he worked a job, so he'd go there every day. My grandmother would watch over my brothers and sisters, and yeah, they'd go to markets, they'd do anything we would. My family is from Kharkiv. That would be eastern Ukraine, so it's pretty close to the border with Russia. It's the second largest city in Ukraine. I haven't really had much trouble communicating with them. I know the internet has been going in and out there with obviously the war, but I've mostly been able to communicate with them pretty well. So my family's mostly been able to get out. My grandparents have been able to move to Western Ukraine, and my godmother's staying back and she's helping the soldiers fight. And my uncles and all the rest of the relatives, they've also mostly moved to Western Ukraine. It's more safe there because they're bordering with Poland and not Russia. So my grandpa, he was in this building volunteering for a small army group, and he went out on a lunch break 5 minutes before this bomb hit. So he was very lucky to survive that. Here you can see everyday citizens are volunteering. It could be anyone from ages 18 to 60, such as my grandpa. They're all volunteering for the army and doing what they can to serve the country. The people have been fighting in Ukraine for years. I mean, this war has been going on since 2014 probably is when it really started to escalate. So this isn't really anything new to us. We've always been fighting this war, so Putin starting to really attack. We're not gonna back down or anything. We're gonna keep fighting. Ukraine's always been fighting for freedom. In 2013, they wanted to join the European Union, and they almost did it, but their president, who was corrupt, he actually did the complete opposite and signed a contract to move closer to Russia, and the Ukrainian people had a riot. I don't think Putin had any right to attack Ukraine. He's doing it because he's defending Russia, but I think the Ukrainians will keep fighting for what's theirs. And, yeah, it's pretty unbelievable. I can't really comprehend it. Maybe for some people, watching Louisville get bombed, watching on TV, you won't really be able to comprehend that. I know that city very well, so watching it get destroyed and people having to evacuate and there being a war there, it's pretty hard to even understand for me, but it's upsetting to see that we'll still be Ukrainians. So, and it's sad because most Ukrainians, most of us originated from Russia. That's where most of our roots tie back, so it's sad to know that our own people are attacking us. Ukraine is getting support from all around the world, so I think that's really good. I think it's united the world in a way. I just think the most important thing we could do is keep praying and showing our support, because Putin is bombing hospitals on purpose. There's been over 200 hospitals bombed. He's bombing civilian apartments and places on purpose, so he doesn't care for the general community. Do what you can, donate if you're able to. I think that's great. And keep praying.